Imagine a man who once struggled in school, a young boy who didn't speak until he was 4, someone who failed exams and puzzled his teachers, and yet, today, his name is synonymous with genius. Albert Einstein, the man who would go on to revolutionize our understanding of the universe, wasn't born extraordinary. He became extraordinary through relentless curiosity, imagination, and a refusal to accept the ordinary. Picture him scribbling complex equations on a chalkboard, staring at the stars, or pondering the mysteries of light and time. While the world had no idea that one day, his ideas would reshape physics forever. His theories didn't just unlock the secrets of space and time. They transformed technology, space exploration, and even the way we think about reality itself. From the humblest beginnings in Ulm, Germany, to winning a Nobel Prize and becoming a global icon, Einstein's journey is as fascinating as the universe he sought to understand. In this video, we'll explore not just the groundbreaking discoveries that made him famous, but the man behind the genius, his early struggles, his relentless pursuit of knowledge, his quirky personality, and the lessons we can all learn from his life. By the end of these 20 minutes, you'll not only see why Einstein is celebrated as one of history's greatest minds, but you'll also feel inspired to embrace curiosity, question the world around you, and maybe even in your own way change it. Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in the small city of Ulm, in the Kingdom of Württemberg, Germany. He was the first child of Hermann Einstein, an engineer and salesman, and Pauline Koch, a woman known for her intelligence, artistic talent, and strong will. From the very beginning, Albert was different to not, in a way that stood out to most people, but in subtle ways that would later define the man who would change the world. He was slow to speak as a child, not uttering his first words until around the age of 4. Some considered this worrying, yet it hinted at a mind quietly observing, analyzing, and absorbing the world in its own way. As he grew, his curiosity was insatiable. From the moment he first saw a compass, young Albert was fascinated by invisible forces. He would spend hours staring at the needle, wondering why it always pointed north, captivated by a hidden order in the universe that seemed to obey laws no one could see. Education, however, was not easy for him. Albert did not fit well into the rigid, authoritarian school system of his time. He questioned rules, challenged teachers, and often clashed with the strict discipline of his instructors. While his classmates memorized and recited, Albert preferred to understand. He was slow to memorize, but fast to think. Mathematics and physics became his refuge, a place where his mind could explore freely. By the age of 12, he had already mastered algebra and Euclidean geometry, concepts far beyond his peers. He would devour books on science, philosophy, and mathematics, teaching himself in ways that formal education could not accommodate. Einstein's family moved to Munich when he was a young boy, and it was here that his formal education truly began. While he excelled in subjects that interested him, he struggled with rote memorization and strict discipline. Yet, his home life offered him the freedom to nurture his curiosity. His mother's love of music inspired him to take up the violin, which would remain a lifelong passion. He also enjoyed reading the works of Immanuel Kant and other philosophers, developing a mind that questioned not just how things worked, but why they existed at all. Despite the challenges at school, Albert was a bright and independent thinker. He often clashed with authority, refusing to follow lessons that did not make sense to him. This rebellious streak was balanced by a deep empathy and thoughtfulness, traits that would later influence not only his science, but his moral and humanitarian views. At the age of 15, when his family faced financial difficulties, Einstein left school in Munich and eventually moved to Switzerland, where he would continue his education in a more supportive environment. Here, in the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, young Albert began laying the foundation for the revolutionary ideas that would eventually change our understanding of time, space, and reality itself. This period of Albert Einstein's life teaches us that genius is often misunderstood in childhood. It reminds us that curiosity, self-motivation, and the courage to think differently are far more important than conformity. Even a child struggling with speech, discipline, or the rigid expectations of school can grow into a mind capable of altering the course of human history. After completing his studies in Zurich, Einstein faced a difficult start to his professional career. Despite his brilliance, he struggled to find a position in academia. Many professors dismissed him as impractical, someone too focused on abstract thought rather than real-world applications. Frustrated but undeterred, he accepted a position as a technical assistant at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern. This job might seem mundane, but it would prove to be a unique incubator for his ideas, reviewing patent applications. Einstein analyzed inventions and innovations, constantly exercising his mind and developing an extraordinary ability to think about physical problems in unconventional ways. In 1905, while still working at the Patent Office, Einstein published 4 groundbreaking papers in the prestigious journal Annalen der Physik. These papers would forever change physics, earning him the title of one of the most influential scientists in history. The first explored the photoelectric effect, demonstrating that light could be understood as discrete particles, later called photons. This work would earn him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. The second paper explained Brownian motion, providing evidence for the existence of atoms, a topic still debated at the time. The third and perhaps most famous paper introduced the special theory of relativity, a revolutionary way of understanding space and time. Einstein proposed that the laws of physics are the same for all non-accelerating observers, and that the speed of light is constant, regardless of the motion of the source. This idea challenged centuries of Newtonian physics, fundamentally altering how scientists understood time, space, and motion. The fourth paper introduced the equation E equals mc, demonstrating that mass and energy are interchangeable, a concept that would become central to nuclear physics and the technology that shapes our modern world. These breakthroughs were not sudden bursts of inspiration. They were the result of years of careful observation, relentless questioning, and a willingness to imagine scenarios that others thought impossible. Einstein's thought experiments, such as imagining riding alongside a beam of light, allowed him to visualize phenomena beyond the reach of experiments at the time. His ability to combine intuition, mathematics, and imagination made his discoveries not just brilliant, but transformative. Einstein's early career demonstrates that even setbacks in ordinary jobs can serve as fertile ground for extraordinary creativity. Working at a patent office, isolated from the academic spotlight, he developed ideas that would challenge the very foundations of science. His life reminds us that brilliance often grows quietly, nurtured by curiosity and dedication rather than recognition or privilege. While Albert Einstein's scientific achievements were extraordinary, his personal life was complex and often challenging. Einstein married Mileva Merrick, a fellow student at the Polytechnic, in 1903. Together, they had 2 sons, and later, a daughter whose early life remains shrouded in mystery. Their marriage faced many difficulties. Einstein was deeply absorbed in his work, and Mileva often felt neglected, struggling with the demands of family life. Despite their personal challenges, Mileva played a role in Einstein's early academic life, collaborating on calculations and sharing his interest in physics. Einstein's personality was unique. He was fiercely independent, often stubborn, and deeply committed to his own ideas. While he could be warm and humorous with friends and family, he sometimes struggled with intimacy and conventional expectations of marriage. His later relationship with Elsa, his cousin, led to a second marriage, highlighting the complexity of balancing personal life with a mind consumed by the mysteries of the universe. Beyond personal relationships, Einstein faced significant professional and political challenges. As a Jewish scientist in early 20th century Europe, he witnessed growing anti-Semitism and the rise of Nazi Germany. In 1933, when Adolf Hitler came to power, Einstein was in the United States visiting friends and colleagues. He made the difficult decision never to return to Germany, accepting a position at Princeton University. This move marked a new chapter in his life, one of exile, adaptation, and continued scientific exploration. Einstein also used his fame and intellect to advocate for social causes. He spoke out against war, supported civil rights in the United States, and warned about the dangers of nuclear weapons. Despite his humble beginnings, he recognized the responsibility that comes with knowledge. His life teaches us that genius is not just about intellectual brilliance. It is also about moral courage, empathy, and a commitment to using one's abilities for the greater good. Albert Einstein's contributions to science are immeasurable. His theories of relativity revolutionized physics, providing a new framework for understanding the universe. The special theory of relativity showed that time and space are relative, depending on the observer's motion, and led to the famous equation E equals mc, revealing that energy and mass are 2 sides of the same coin. This principle underpins modern nuclear energy and particle physics, influencing technologies from atomic energy to medical imaging. Einstein's general theory of relativity, published in 1915, expanded on this, describing gravity not as a force but as the curvature of space-time caused by mass and energy. This concept transformed astronomy and cosmology, predicting phenomena such as the bending of light around massive objects, a prediction confirmed during the solar eclipse of 1919, catapulting Einstein to international fame. His work laid the foundation for understanding black holes, the expansion of the universe, and the Big Bang Theory. Beyond relativity, Einstein's work on the photoelectric effect provided critical evidence for the emerging field of quantum mechanics. While he famously had disagreements with some interpretations of quantum theory, his contributions helped establish the dual particle wave nature of light, influencing everything from lasers to modern electronics. Einstein's legacy extends beyond equations and discoveries. He transformed the way humanity perceives reality, showing that the universe is stranger, more fascinating, and more beautiful than we could have imagined. His life demonstrates that true innovation comes from curiosity, imagination, and the courage to question accepted wisdom. Albert Einstein was not just a scientist. He was a personality, a thinker, and a human being whose quirks and habits make him relatable even today. He loved music, often playing the violin to relax or think through problems. He enjoyed sailing, though he was a terrible sailor and would often end up capsizing. His humor was legendary. One of the most iconic photographs of him shows him sticking out his tongue, reminding the world that even geniuses have a playful side. Einstein's humility was another defining trait. Despite global fame, he often described himself simply as a curious man and emphasized imagination over knowledge. He valued simplicity, often seeking to explain complex ideas in ways anyone could understand. He believed deeply in curiosity, creativity, and the power of independent thought. The lessons from Einstein's life are timeless. Embrace curiosity, never stop questioning, and do not fear to think differently. Value imagination as much as knowledge. Persevere through failure, remain humble, and use your abilities to make a positive impact on the world. His life is proof that brilliance is not about talent alone. It is about persistence, creativity, and a relentless desire to understand the universe. Einstein's story inspires scientists, dreamers, and thinkers of every generation. He reminds us that even the smallest observations a compass. A beam of light can lead to discoveries that transform the world. He shows that thinking differently is not a flaw, but a gift, and that imagination can open doors that knowledge alone cannot. As we reach the end of Albert Einstein's remarkable journey, it is clear that his life was more than a series of scientific breakthroughs. It was a testament to the power of curiosity, imagination, and resilience. From a quiet, contemplative child in Ulm, who marveled at the mysteries of a simple compass, to a young man challenging the boundaries of physics while working in a patent office, and finally to a global icon whose ideas reshaped our understanding of space. Time and reality, Einstein showed us that genius is forged through questioning, thinking differently, and never accepting the world at face value. He faced failures, personal struggles, and the harsh realities of exile. Yet, he remained driven by wonder and a desire to uncover the truths of the universe. His theories transformed science, influencing everything from the stars above to the technologies we use every day. But perhaps his greatest legacy is the lesson he leaves to us all. That imagination is as vital as knowledge. That curiosity can open doors no one else sees. And that one individual, fueled by passion and persistence, can change the course of history. So let Einstein's life inspire you to ask questions, to challenge assumptions, and to dream boldly. Whether in science, art, or any pursuit of your heart, remember his words. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Take that to heart. Embrace your curiosity. And who knows, you might just change the world too. Thank you for watching. And if Einstein's story inspired you, leave a comment with your favorite quote, share this video too, spread his legacy, and subscribe for more journeys into the lives of extraordinary minds who dared to think differently.